All right, what's up, everybody? We are back. We're better than ever, and we are this fAnaticZ podcast, and this is episode 8.
Dang, we've made it 8 episodes.
And I wasn't even sure.
2 month anniversary, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, 2 month anniversary sounds like.
Dylan's in a person in a new relationship. He's so in love. 2 month anniversary, fun baby. I want to start off by saying, on a serious note, I want to take a moment of silence for Al McCoy. Mr. Shazam himself passed away. He lived a long and beautiful life, but yeah, let's get a moment of silence for my boy Al.
The voice of the valley.
Man, it's so sad, dude. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy, and we're all better off, that he was the voice narrating, most of our childhoods out here. And sad to see him go, and whoever's next, they got shoes to fill, man.
I don't think anybody can replace Al McCoy. He was goated. Nobody can.
Nobody can, you're right.
Shazam. Nobody can.
Man, it kind of makes that 21 finals loss feel that much worse.
For sure. And it's gonna be weird watching the games and not hearing that Shazam, after the three and stuff. It's gonna be crazy, honestly. It's gonna be really good.
You know what else is rough? We dealt with Minnesota sweeping both of our basketball teams.
I know. I'm going to miss that excitement of him being, oh, brother. Nobody else's excitement can match that, man.
No, it's definitely top tier, man. And I saw the tribute that Book posted. Really cool. Devin Booker really was connected with Al McCoy, so it was good to see him giving him his love and giving him his tribute, because he's an important part of the team, in my personal opinion.
I wonder if this is the energy we need to get over the hump for that ring.
And do it for Al, man.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a very great Cinderella story, man, for Al.
I would love that. That'd be so cool. And it would suck that he wasn't, around to see it come to fruition. Man,
Get
you're
shirts
right.
that say this one's for Al.
Yeah. That'll be hard.
Hey, I feel better this season though, especially having point guards, Tyus Jones and all that. So I feel pretty better getting one for Al this year. So
don't sleep on Monte Morris either.
I know that man got done dirty. He thought he was gonna get the starting job. Not anymore, man. Your minutes decreased too. So
I honestly think that they were always trying to go for someone different to start. He was going to be that second unit person, because our second unit is not as deep as it needs to be. Let's just be real. It wasn't last year. And so I think Monte Morris is going to be great to keep that same type of play when we go from unit 1 to unit 2. So we don't have to do two drastically different things, We can play the same ball with the backups too.
It's going to be a smooth transition.
Love it.
I know Devin Booker finally gets to go back to his position finally. No more having point guard responsibilities.
Yeah, man. I think that's going to be great. Tyus Jones and Bradley Beal. I want to see how that relationship goes, because I think Tyus will give Bradley more ability to be himself and more ability to play free instead of feeling like he has to do a certain thing. I love that for Bradley.
Right.
Hopefully we can not do Frank Vogelish things with Mike Budenholzer.
Speaking of Vogel, I think we tip off against the Lakers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I was just looking it up. October, what is that? Oh, that's preseason, I think. That's October 6th. Shit, my shit's a little slow.
I'm just happy that I get to see the Suns up here this year.
Nice. Yeah, and I would say against Monty Williams, but they paid him money to go away, so I can't say that.
Dude, 2 teams have paid him to go away. He's making bank just sitting on his couch.
Lucky man.
Oh, for sure. No.
We opened up against the Clippers, bro.
the Paul George-less
On the
Clippers.
23rd.
Yeah, now I see it. Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, I read it wrong. The Clippers was the tip off. I thought it was still preseason. Okay. Too many LA, bro, because we get like Lakers, Clippers, Lakers. That site was not specific enough in all fairness because we pay LA too many damn times. So we open it off against the Clippers and then play the Lakers back to back. But yeah, let's beat LA for Al, man.
You know what's gonna be nuts? Watching Westbrook in Denver.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. But I like it. I think they a lot of the times when Jamal Murray and Jokic go on the bench, they go flat. So Russ is known to keep that pop. You know, he's got the pop. So
imagine, having a guy that can get a triple-double off your bench.
Right, for sure. And Russ has matured a lot too, so I'm sure he's gonna find his role on that team and they're gonna be good. I mean,
dude, I'm just ready for basketball.
Nuggets, so I'm not scared of the Nuggets.
I know, same here. We got what 4-ish weeks left, 5 weeks?
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. We're about a month away. We're close. I know, so yeah.
We just need Coach Bud to work his magic.
I know as time goes by, this Suns talk about to heat up pretty soon.
Yeah, I hope that they aren't chilling. I hope that they're all working super hard, and I'm sure they are. But I mean, they need to take some time to chill. But
shoot. Speaking of guys that do not need to do any chill right now or take the foot off the gas, how about the Diamondbacks getting a big win last night?
The Diamondbacks, who's that?
The Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks. They need to.
These boys are making me sweat.
Yeah.
So hard.
They're doing everything they can to not make the playoffs, and it's getting on my nerves.
It was nice to see our guy, though, be the guy that we needed him to be at the biggest point.
Yeah, I love that. Zach Gallen had, 6 strikeouts in the freaking second, or it was like the second or third inning. He already had 6 strikeouts. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I like to see from old Mr. Snake Belt.
He might be coming back a little bit. In his last 10 starts, he's 5-1 with a 3.81 ERA. So he's coming back down to earth a little bit.
That's great. That's great for us. And Erod pitched a great game the last time he was on the mound. So, oh no, he didn't actually. He got shelled.
Yeah, no. I was just like, are we thinking the same Erod, bro?
My brain wants him to do good so bad, but he got like murked.
I think that's like the biggest thing that I've been frustrated with, and I mentioned it in the group. It's just like, I think the biggest thing we need to address this offseason, no matter what happens, is better evaluation on big money free agents. Every pitcher that we've thrown money at has just been a beach ball cannon. We had Bumgarner.
Sorry, Dame. I agree with you for the most part. However, I feel like Zach Greinke was a pretty solid pickup towards like the last yearish and a half. He started to fade off a little bit. But since then, but I agree, we do need better evaluation with our starting pitching talent with guys coming here.
You know what we should do? We should get the biggest names, put them up there, and we should put their stats against the second or third guy. And if the second or third guy is equal, take the guy with the lesser name. Because, I mean, give him less money, is less expectations. Probably got to make a situation where you could probably do better. Because, you're Jordan Montgomery coming off a World Series bid, and, you're expected to come in and be lights out right away. And, if you suck, it's pretty bad for everyone. But the other way, if the person's not that great, then it's like, we didn't expect this person to blow roofs off anyways. And if they are a gem, then you look like a genius,
Right.
And if the stats are the same, who cares if the person's got a better name? We're selling up jerseys right now.
I tell you what, though, this freaking Mets Braves series being postponed continuously is driving me nuts.
Yeah, dude, they need to just go somewhere where there's not a hurricane.
It's like, what are they going to do about that?
Yeah, you can't
they can't just leave that game hanging because we'd be the top dogs. And
well, then do that. That's what I suggest then. Just leave it hanging. Give a loss to both teams.
I don't want to go in that way, man.
I don't
honestly
care. I just
don't. I want to go in fair and square without any like complications,
Right.
sort of thing, you know.
We just need to win one or two of the games in San Diego, and then we need the Braves to get swept in that doubleheader.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, is it possible we're like, if it's so close and they absolutely just can't play that game, can the D-backs and Braves just like play like I don't know, best of like 3 or some shit? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know
No,
how that would work.
I think they would just move it to a neutral site and play the game.
They would
You know
have
what I
to.
mean?
That game is so crucial because they're like, what are they? They're a game ahead. The D-backs are only what, a game ahead?
Yeah, they have to play the game, bro.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
to for that
Yeah.
third spot.
Yeah, because two teams out of those 3 are going, and one team isn't gonna go. Got to figure that out.
Well, I mean,
Gonna
what if the
say,
D-backs sweep the series against the Padres? Wouldn't even matter regardless.
Yeah, we should have just did our job. Even
I
if
know,
even if we
right?
would have just won, even if we would have took 2 off of the Giants, you know,
right?
Yeah,
it would have been a better
even
situation.
even losing one, bro, they're gonna have to play that game because that's the only way
Right.
it's gonna matter if we lose one to the Padres.
We
But yeah,
gotta handle biz.
gonna say
Absolutely, must wins.
we need to win all 3, or unfortunately we need help, and I'd rather win to get in, not fall in like we did last year.
And maybe falling in is the path to the World Series.
You never know, but man,
I
it'd
just
be
want them to
exciting.
make it playoffs.
Yeah, especially to say that for the second time in franchise history we've had 2 straight playoff years.
Yeah, that's why I don't care how we get in, because the team that was the other team that did that in franchise history, they beat the Yankees and won the World Series. So I love that type of history. When that type of history lines up, that's fate. So y'all better. Well, we need a championship so bad, man. And we were so close, so 2 times already. I'm so tired of the heartbreak, man.
Yeah,
Suns and D-backs both broke our hearts. They could have both taken that. We could have had 2 chips in this last 5 years. We would have been a hotbed, bro. A hotbed.
right.
I mean, I do feel pretty decent about this series first in order to get there. Because Padres already clinched. So they're basically already rest mode hungover. If you think about it, we're still trying to get in it at this point. So how many guys are they going to set out to keep healthy and rested while we're still trying to fight and get in it for one?
Yeah, if
Right.
they're already locked up a spot, we'll be good.
See what guys. So what guys? Let me check real quick. What guys? So we have who are we having tonight? Let's check the pitching matches real quick. So I'm genuinely curious because this is so important. So we're off today. We get a rest. So
We play
game one is gonna
tomorrow, I
be
think.
tomorrow. So it's gonna be Martin Perez versus Morel Kelly. Game 1. Game 2. Load up, please. It's gonna be you, Darvish, and guys, hold your breath. Jordan Montgomery against
Oh,
you, Darvish,
Sheesh.
and then let's see the rubber matchup, the hopeful sweep. We're gonna get. Oh, ouch! I wish we didn't face him. Michael King versus Eduardo Rodriguez. So we're gonna
oh.
get Kelly, uh, Montgomery, and Erod. No Gallon.
Kelly needs to set the tone early.
I
And
mean,
also, start hot in that first inning and jump up on him, I think Merrill can lock it down.
I love Merrill. You know how I feel about Merrill Kelly, guys. He's my guy. So I expect Merrill to get in there, 5 Ks, pitch for 5 or 6 innings. Don't give up any runs, maybe 1 or 2 at max. And let's get it going. Let's win. Get
I
into the
do.
damn playoffs.
Yeah, I do see an offensive slaughterhouse with that Jordan Montgomery and Yu Darvish matchup. We have gone to Yu Darvish before several times, but it's like
Right.
we need the bats to show up for sure in that series, man, because Montgomery cannot be giving up beach balls when we need it the most. We need him to show that 25 million.
Yeah, with
We need
Brad Nelson getting injured and him having to go back into the rotation, it's time, brother. It's
we
time.
need him to at
Yeah,
least go 6 or 7 with 1 or 2 earned runs
Right.
at the most.
we need the Montgomery that cooked us in the World Series, man, and Montgomery in the playoffs last
100%.
year. Where are you? Show up now.
Hey, you know what's gonna happen? We need a Jock Peterson bomb to get things started.
Yes, and I'm looking for Marte to start coming back to life after being injured and not playing, and then playing again. Hopefully, he heats up and starts doing what he do.
If anybody's getting on base, we can hope that Eugenio or Marte are going to bring them home, because those guys, especially in situations where we have men on base, have been huge the last couple months.
Yeah, for sure. I love Marte. He's so underrated, man. I swear. Like, I have all these baseball players that get all this praise. I don't want to screw up his first name, Kettle, whatever you want to call him. He deserves some freaking respect on that name.
Yes, 100%.
I feel like he's gonna get snubbed from MVP, but we're used to it as Arizona sports fans, right, y'all?
Oh yeah, of course. And honestly, if we're not winning enough games for an MVP,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know. So
You know Kettle's, or Ketel's attitude. He won't care about it as long as we win the damn thing.
yes, sir. And you know they're gonna give Ohtani the MVP.
I mean, rightfully
You see,
so. Like, Otani's a fucking beast. Like, I fucking hate LA, everything they stand for, but you can't take any away from Otani.
I love Ohtani. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I can't even lie. I really like Ohtani a lot. He's a great guy. He likes the FanDuel just like I do.
you
And
just don't need from a bet on FanDuel that I had for like 13,000, man. I had Otani MVP, Otani MVP. This one that screwed me. Strider, Cy Young, and Judge AL MVP, man. So Strider getting hurt screwed me from $13,000, bro.
Who won it? Like Chris Sale or someone?
Huh?
Who won it? Chris Sale?
I don't know, man. But you mentioned Otani getting that. I'm like, bro, if Strider did not get hurt, bro, I would have felt so good.
Yeah, man.
I know.
I like the Dbacks' chances. They're a scrappy team. They show up and they do it when it matters, which is what I like. And we never had that really before. I don't believe a team that really responds when their back's against the wall. But this group of guys and this manager, even though they're making bad decisions lately, as outside of the last game, I trust them. I trust them a lot, and I'm excited. Go Snakes.
Absolutely. I feel like if we get in, which I feel like we will, we can hang with anybody and we can win in bunches, just like we can hit in bunches.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can definitely we do get hot, and then we just like keep rattling them off. No pun intended.
I mean, if we were happening to get in today, we face the Milwaukee Brewers.
I don't like that, but I think we can beat them.
I feel like they always have us dialed up in Milwaukee in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I like the Blue Crew.
Milwaukee scares me for a playoff game.
I can't lie, me too. It's not who I would choose to start off with. If we play them like after we get rolling, don't care. We could crush them. But to start off is like, damn, that's a tough starting point, you know. But if we do beat them, it just gets easier as it goes.
100%. But I mean, could very well be like last year. We just get on a hot streak and just start rolling to everybody. I would love to do the same thing to LA all over again.
I would love it, but I needed to start in the second round, not the first round, so it can be sustained all the way through, you know?
So if we were to face LA again, it wouldn't be till the championship series, the way that the bracket is pictured right now. So if we were to face the Dodgers, it would crush the World Series dreams.
That would be great. I would love that.
It would. That's very interesting. That is very interesting.
Even if we lost that series, go ahead, my bad.
And the Dodgers have a history of choking, and we're the ones that do it again.
Not
for the
gonna
World
lie.
Series.
I would rather face the Dodgers in the NLCS than run into the Phillies again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. The Phillies, we got them last time, but yeah.
Lightning's not going to strike twice.
I think we could beat them again. But the thing about it is, I win or lose the stakes in a rivalry game. That would just be sick. And it'd be good if it was a game versus the Dodgers here, because I would totally go to one of those. NLCS Oh yeah, I'm gonna start going to stuff like that. Like, you only live once.
Them Philly fans
Hey,
get pretty damn crazy, man.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't want that smoke us up in there.
And I like Philly. I don't want to have to be at odds with Philly. I like that team until it's time to crush them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
one of the teams I'm like, I'll bet on the Phillies. I bet on the Phillies a lot, and they always lose me money. Them and the Yankees. I hate the Yankees.
I was gonna say, don't bet on Mad Dog leaving his post either.
That's so funny. That's so funny. The damn Diamondbacks. There are the apple of our eye right now. The Cardinals. We ready to talk Kyler Murray cards and all the things that may be in the NFL?
Yes,
Ooh,
sir. More than ready, man. What a roller coaster weekend of football, both professional and
my
college.
goodness,
Man.
Yeah, for
bro.
sure.
I'm just glad we had an off week. God dang.
Yeah, y'all need one. Y'all need a couple off weeks after the beatings y'all been getting.
And then, yeah, I was gonna say we get Utah with or without Cam Rising.
Yeah,
Against that defense, bro, that front seven is going to give you guys issues.
Dude, not only that, but it's just like their running back ran for almost 200 yards against Oklahoma State.
sheesh.
Well, yeah, because I think they're still rocking with that freshman quarterback, and their playbook gets scrunched, so their running back knows how to run, man. They're going to give the ball to him.
Yeah, they're not having Wilson do too much with Rising out. And hopefully, I mean, I'd love to beat Cam Rising, but I mean, I feel like we'd have a better chance of beating Utah with Wilson right now because the game we played against K-State, after that first drive, the first drive looked great, and then after that, it's just like, did you forget what got you to this point?
It's frustrating watching that happen, but at the end of the day, they're new to the whole Big 12, and so I think at this point, you guys beating a team like Utah would probably recharge and reset the mojo that you guys had previous. Now, I don't think you can do it, but no, I'll rephrase. I think you can do it, but I don't think you will do it. But if you do it, then it's going to set the team back on the same hype that you guys had previous. And I feel like everyone can start rolling again and getting their mojo.
Right, and it's just crazy because the vibe with the whole coaching staff since they got hired was absolutely through the roof, no negativity, everything's amazing. And then the last, week after Kansas State just ran to us, everybody was just like, "Oh." Everybody was like, "Oh, this coaching staff is absolutely, like what were we thinking? What's going on?"
That's so funny. Well, you guys will figure it out. Either you'll lose a lot of games or win a lot of games. But ASU, they're on a bye week after a heartbreaking loss, right? They lost, right?
Yeah, that was very, I
It's
don't know,
30
that was
to
an underwhelming game
22.
for us.
What, Dylan?
That was a very underwhelming game for us, in my opinion.
What you say, Frankie?
I was gonna say the score was 30-22, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's still, I thought they were going to win until it broke my heart.
I mean, to be fair though, the way ASU was last year, like just for them to be in a good, a quality game like that with a solid Big 12 opponent, like that speaks volumes for what Dillingham is doing with the program in just a short time.
Yeah, man. That coach, Rob, man, he's doing his damn job.
I'm amazed we held them to 30 points, honestly. That
Like
says
I
a lot
said,
about our defense.
they were average last week. I said they were averaging 45 points a game. You took them
Yeah.
15 off their average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nuts. I think ASU is going to sneak up on a lot of teams and beat a lot of teams people don't think they are, or they're going to cover a lot of spread. So I'm going to be watching.
We do play Kansas next week, though.
That's going to
in
be a good
Tempe.
game.
Yeah, that's going to be another tough game for us for sure.
I think they'll win.
Dude, sorry, bro.
Man. Go ahead.
So, like, if Scatabo isn't like all Big 12, there needs to be an investigation.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah, that dude reminds me exactly of James Conner, man. the motor that he has, he's hard to take down. Red zone threat, like exactly the version like James Conner, man.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that, but that's cool.
Yeah, man. Like even his footing, bro. The next game, bro, like he can move his feet too, and like he can stiff the fool in the ground. He reminds me exactly like James.
You
Dude,
know,
what's
sorry.
go ahead, Dame. Go ahead, bro.
I was thinking another player that we could have had another resurgence like this if we would have kept Jaden Daniels when we had him. And
Man.
I just don't know why we got rid of him or why he ended up leaving. Do you remember why he ended up leaving ASU?
I feel like I had a lot
Not
to do with Herm Edwards and Ray
Herm
Anderson and all
Edwards,
that
that's
drama and all that drama going on. He wanted no part of that, and he did his own thing and won a Heisman with LSU, bro. And now he's
Great.
balling
dude,
with the Commanders that who we're
what was
facing this Sunday.
ridiculous? What was ridiculous is the guy, you saw what he did at LSU, and like his ex, Herm Edwards recruited teammates were trashing him for leaving. It's like, bro got out of a bad situation, made himself, and then now both spots are in a good, ASU's rebuilding. Jaden Daniels is literally the Washington Commanders right now.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm anybody and I'm playing football, trying to go to the NFL, and I have a chance to play for LSU, I don't care where I'm from. I'm going to Louisiana, and I'm playing for LSU.
100%.
You know, but yeah, the Commanders. We play them on Sunday. Let's get to the NFL. The Kyler Murray and the
Speaking of
Cardinals.
Jaden Daniels,
Yeah, good little segue into the Cards and Commanders game. I gotta give Cliff Kingsbury some credit. I don't know if they just have better players than we did and they're executing the plays he's calling, or he just learned his lesson and is calling better plays now, but he's doing a great job with Jaden Daniels.
I think it's a little bit of everything. It's a fresh environment. The players aren't, the players are hyped up. The players are ready to get to work. We saw that the first year with Kingsbury. Everybody, everything was great. And like you said, he has done some great things. The Commanders had no business being in the game with the Bengals, if you want to be honest, offensively. But the way the offense looks, the way they're utilizing Eckler and Robinson, and the way Jaden Daniels looks like a veteran, it's insane. And like you mentioned, you have to give them credit. Everything looks solid right now, and they're ahead schedule.
You know what? I think I just figured it out while you were talking. He's just a coordinator. He's not the head coach. He doesn't have any responsibility but to look at the other defense and what they're doing and figure out how to beat it. So, yeah, he's been in NFL rooms. He doesn't have to give rah-rah speeches and be the guy that everything falls back on and give horrible vanilla post-game conferences. And he can just coach the quarterback, and he's installing that college stuff. And I'm just afraid that after this year, people are going to know what to do to stop Jaden because that's what happened.
Yeah. I was disagreeing with you till you got there. I feel like give it till about week 8 to 10-ish. The defenses are going to figure out what Cliff is calling, man. The only reason why they can't figure out now because he's got new toys. They don't know how he's going to work with those toys yet, So like I feel like he drastically got worse with us because we had the same weapons for like the last 4 or 5 years we had Cliff.
Right.
So defenses just know how to do it like every single week. That kept calling screens. Okay, stop. Run on 3rd and 9th horrendously. Like we can read that shit, So
But it kind of makes me think, what if Cliff had Monty Awesomefort instead of having broken, beat down players that kind, I don't know. I'm starting to like think differently because I hated Cliff. I was like, at the end of his when we first got him, I was like, okay, this guy's cool. But like midway through, I was like, oh no, this play calling, it's not going to continue to work. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. I think our offense can exploit their defense, and I also think that James Conner they don't got big enough dudes to stop that truck, boy.
I was gonna say James Conner is, he is ready for a rebound performance because him being held to 9 carries for 17 yards against the Lions, not gonna happen again. Guarantee you.
Yeah, I feel like we were in a position of being behind early though, so we kind of had him forced to pass the ball though.
Yeah,
There was no point keeping James Conner when you're down a possession and a half.
yeah,
The whole I was gonna say, yeah, I get your point. It's just the whole game. It's just we seemed out of rhythm, when it came to running all together.
yeah. I mean, I think we just got to run the ball more. You can't, give up on it. It's not like we were down that much. We lost by 7 points. You know
We
what I'm
caught
saying?
up. We caught up though.
Yeah, we caught up, but we were
Mhm.
never. I think we were never far enough behind to abandon the game script. A great example is Cincinnati. They were behind in the game most of the game, but they didn't stop running Zach Moss and they didn't stop playing their regular offense, and they caught up. I mean, they didn't win, but
I mean, what really messed it up? I mean, Cardinals had a chance to tie it up before halftime, and then that controversial 2-minute call, and
yeah,
then next thing you know, Lions get the ball back, control the game, score again,
and that's
So
why
that really killed the flow of the game too.
when people blame Kyler Murray for the loss, it's like I get it, but at the same time, there's situations at play that we can't affect, he can't affect, the defense can't affect. They did everything they could. The defense made the absolute 1,000% right play to win us the game, but it just wasn't at the right time.
I just didn't
Well,
like
not
how he
only
moved the ball down the field though, when we're trying to at least tie it up to go to overtime and all that.
Yeah,
Questionable throws, ball placement. I mean, I was even there in person.
they were
It's
playing
different than on
defense.
TV.
It's not like they're just letting him do it though. You gotta realize our defense that they gotta come up with some of these stops, bro. Some of those third downs that they were giving up was crazy, bro. Like third down and forever. How this fool running for a first down on third down and like 14, 15? How do you run for a first down?
see, and that's where I was gonna, good point, Dame. Where I was gonna let off, yeah, the 201 phantom minute warning call that is heard around the world that very well could have been a touchdown. We don't know. They made their decision, but at the same time, instead of being upset about that, you need to come back and stop that 3rd and 12 instead of allowing them to basically run it down
Absolutely.
Broadway and get that
Yeah.
first down. That's where the
Wow.
momentum changed.
How? If I'm playing when I was playing high school football, if we had somebody, I was the defensive captain of the team of JV and then of the team my sophomore year. Either way, we were anytime we had someone in 3rd and 8 or longer, bro, they were cooked. I know the NFL is different. The guys are stronger, faster, da. But it's like as a defense, there's 11 of y'all, bro. How does he get past all of you?
And they did that multiple times, Montgomery and Gibbs.
Yeah, so it's just like, and you got to give Monty and Gibbs credit. They're both incredibly shifty, and they're both really good running backs. But at the end of the day, our defensive line, when Dennis Gardeck is our star player, and honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, people are being too hard on our defense and too hard on our team in general. Dennis Gardeck alone
100%.
has more turnovers than the whole Cowboys defense. The whole
That's
Cowboys defense,
insane.
everyone. Dennis Gardeck has better stats: 3 sacks, 1 interception, and I think 2 tackles for a loss. And that's more than the whole Dallas defense. So if we had 6 more Dallas Gardecks, or even 2 more, we'd be wreaking freaking havoc.
It's just like we don't have any fancy household names. Outside of Buda Baker, we have a bunch of guys that come in hungry, want to work, play hard together, and buy into a system. And we're seeing the results. And what people don't understand is, yeah, we lost, but Detroit is a freaking contender. You saw what they did last year. They didn't lose anybody. They got better.
Yeah, we just lost
So
to them.
for us to be in that game is a good thing.
Yep. Did you guys hear that Justin Jones is out for the year, D lineman?
That hurts.
It's unfortunately.
That hurts. But we're not getting back any of our linebackers, are we? Like Ojulari or Kazir White?
Nope.
We have no
I was
idea
gonna say, I
on
think
any of them.
Ujulari's out for the year.
Yeah, Ojulari's gone, and Kazir is Kazir out.
I didn't hear anything about Kazir.
Well,
I haven't heard anything on that.
either way, if I don't think he's out there. So him, Ojulari, D-Rob. When we get those guys back, the defense pass rush is already looking good. It's going to look better. So that's how I feel about that. Do you guys want to get into the NFL pick'ems? I think we talked
Yes,
about.
sir.
Yeah,
Let's go.
unless it's about the record, because mine's probably awful.
Did you look at and see where we're at, Dill?
No, we'll do that next week.
So we'll just update it every other week.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
other week,
so that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit, let's
To remind the viewers, I was like 2-3 games up first place, so yeah, boys off to a good start.
Damn right you are. Doesn't mean it's gonna stay like that, but you are off to a good start.
After week 4, I don't know, man.
Man, I'm just ashamed I'm not going to be ripping anything today.
Damn.
You called that Andy Dalton shit, bro. Man, props to Frankie on that one. If you
Yeah,
guys heard
let's
that
start
one
off
last
by
week,
giving Frankie his love.
crazy, man,
I'm gonna
crazy.
insert crowd noise right here because he deserves crowd noise.
Yes, sir. I want to get in that crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I'll be the next Swanee says for ESPN take over for Chris Berman.
Boo. No, you'll be the next Kevin Wilds.
We booed at the same time,
Exactly.
exactly.
Tommy feel of football because you're covered in fur and you live in a log. No. I totally just jacked Kevin Wilds. But that's okay. So tonight we got one game going down. I'm so excited to watch the Cowboys versus the Giants. That's sarcasm.
1 hour from the recording.
Yeah, 1 hour from the recording. These two shit teams face off in a shitty battle on Thursday Night Football. I don't think this is going to be a good game. I don't think this is going to be fun to watch. And you know why I think that? Because it's on Amazon Prime. And there's never been a game that I enjoyed that I watched on Amazon Prime. They all were horrible games that nobody scored a touchdown in. Just field goal. It's torture, man. Torture! I got the Cowboys, though. They need to bounce back. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. He's looking better, though. I'm gonna lie. We might have to stop clowning on Daniel Jones if he keeps playing well. So I hope that doesn't happen because I love clowning on Daniel Jones. But I got the Cowboys. What about you, Frankie?
Dude, I tell you what. I mean, the way Dallas has been playing lately, this really could go either way. Obviously, it's been wild to think that Jerry Jones finally drops money on his players and everything goes south. I would love to see that continue. And watching Malik Neighbors just absolutely take over last week and actually, Daniel Jones looking, semi-relevant. I think the Giants have a chance in this one. I would love to call the upset. I don't think it happens. If it does, Mike McCarthy gets fired tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But Dallas is going to sneak it 24-17.
So, for entertainment purposes, I don't want to be laughing at the fucking Cowboys like Stephen A. Smith, bro. I want to be laughing with Stephen A. Smith is entertaining every week. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't care about this game, bro. I mean, the defense has been horrendous for the Cowboys. I mean, where's Michael Parsons, bro? Where is he? And where's Trevon Diggs? Their defense has not been there. I mean, I don't know, bro. I want to laugh at Stephen A. Smith again, bro. For that, I'm just gonna go Giants.
All right, they're dealing with the big balls today, picking Giants in New York. So they are in New York. I like them more in New York than I like them anywhere else. So
did you put money on that, Dylan?
I behaved myself today.
Is that Dylan's dog pick? No, I'm just kidding.
I behaved myself today.
Next game is going to be on Sunday on the 29th of September, and the Bengals from Cincinnati travel to Carolina to face the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the new improved Panthers, baby. So there's no way that the Bengals can lose this game. This season has been a season from hell for Joe Burrow and friends. I believe that they will freaking roll the Panthers. They got to roll them, dude. They can't win this game by a slim margin. They can't pussyfoot. They have to destroy these dudes, and that's what I think they do. Dylan?
There is no way Joe Burrow is going to sit there with a cigar in his mouth and be like, there ain't no way we're going to lose to these sorry-ass Panthers, man. No way in my career am I going to go 0-4. Unacceptable. Andy Dalton is not going to go off again. We're a little talk with my defense before the game starts. We're not going to get embarrassed like that. Yeah, Joe Burrow's not going to take this L. If so, I'll be damned. I'm going Bengals.
Wow. I mean, I hate to contribute to the obvious, but I don't think we're going to see a Carolina miracle this week. Andy Dalton does make the Panthers a lot more competitive because of, he is a very good quarterback, veteran presence, demands respect from everybody in the locker room. But, Joe Burrow is not going to go 0-4 for the first time in his life. It's going to be 31-17 Bengals.
I like it. So we got a Bengals sweep. Usually these sweeps scare me, man. We've been losing these sweeps.
Yeah.
I know. Thank goodness, right?
I don't know. Next game, though, we're going to see which of these teams are for real because they've both been showing signs of life and they've both been showing signs that they're ass as well. We got the Falcons at home versus New Orleans and Derek Carr, the MVP football. Jesus.
That's a tough one, low key.
It is a very tough one. I'm not going to think too hard about it. The Falcons are at home. I'm going to go with the Saints. The Saints have been showing me more offensively. The games the Falcons have won, they haven't really been explosive games. So I'm going to go with the Saints to get back on track. Explosive game from them. The Falcons may match them in points. I like the over on this game. Sneaky over. What about you, Frankie?
Ooh, I actually like this game is going to be entertaining because I honestly think it's going to be a shootout. You got Derek Carr, who's playing absolutely out of his mind. You got Kirk Cousins, who's off to a slow start. But you have Bijan Robinson, who has been invigorated since last year's dud of a fantasy production standpoint. I honestly like the Falcons in this game, going Kirko chains, and I think it's going to be 27-17. You like that?
All right.
So you can either like that or you can chat who that we them Saints. I mean, that offense has been looking really, really good. So is that defense, man, all around, shutting offenses down. And Derek Carr and Kamara, I mean, both of them, whoever has the ball throwing or carrying, they've been moving down the field like crazy, man. And I have to go with the hotter team with this one. I feel like the defense is going to make Cousins too much problems. So I'm going to go with the Saints on this one.
I agree with you, brother.
You like that? I'm kidding.
I like that. Good analysis. I think that the next
I like
game,
being the rebel.
the next game is tough for me to choose. It's Houston at home versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags look like absolute mud water, dookie juice. They're horrible. I believe that. They need to bounce back game so bad. So I want to pick them. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick the Jags. I'm gonna take the Jags. They got completely embarrassed. They must have been. They had to get a million rah-rah speeches and look at themselves in the mirror. And they got to figure it out, man. Trevor Lawrence is not the guy. I know a lot of people don't want to admit that, but he's not looking like the guy, dude. So he's got to go out there. He's got to show everyone. The Texans are vulnerable right now. Pierce and Mixon are hurt. So, I mean, they got Cam Akers too. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go Jags to beat the Texans at home. What about you, Dylan?
Ooh.
Doug Peters. You didn't mention Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson is not an idiot, man. He's won a Super Bowl with Philly for a reason. He's a good coach. He has a decent defense. I mean, he's got ETN. Trevor's a solid quarterback. Trevor's a solid quarterback. I mean, he is due. It's like when he's gonna get that due. I mean, Texans. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard. They really screwed me last week with the loss. I don't want to go against them out of spite. I mean, CJ Stroud against the struggles. I mean, Texans.
Texans?
Yep, Texans.
Man. I love Trevor Lawrence. I love the Jaguars for some reason. Mainly it's because probably their ownership is connected to wrestling. But anyway,
I forgot about that.
Their freaking team right now, love to Doug Peterson and company, but they are what you would find in the toilet at an abandoned YMCA. They can't. We saw last week, they couldn't even stop the backups for Buffalo. Jeez. It was absolutely dreadful. CJ Stroud is not going to struggle 2 weeks in a row. Their offense is too good. Cam Akers is a good quality running back who I think can fill in for Mixon. I think Diggs and Stroud are going to have a field day. It's going to be 31-14.
All right. So
Yes,
that's that
sir.
game. We
Let's
got
go.
at least we got somebody on Houston, thank God. So the next one is going to be in New York, New York, with Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, and the damn Jets versus the Broncos and Bo Nix. I have to start this off by apologizing to Bo Nix. I was on the Bo Nix train originally. I was the Bo Nix guy, and then they got smacked a couple times, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm the Bo Nix guy. I'm the Bo Nix guy. I'm back. I love Bo Nix. I am not taking him in this matchup, but I just had to apologize to him real quick. I'm gonna take the Jets. The defense is too good, and Aaron Rodgers is starting to figure it, being Aaron Rodgers again. So I'm gonna take the Jets at home. Why not? Frankie?
Ooh. I like this. As you mentioned, Bo Nix got a lot of flag off of his back last week. Looked solid. Denver looked solid. And honestly, I'm going to take Denver as my upset pick of the week.
Nice.
I think the Jets are still trying to find themselves. You don't know truly what they are offensively outside of Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. And honestly, like if one hit in their, to Aaron Rodgers in their season's all over again. So I like the upset pick. I'm taking the Broncos. And it's going to be 24-21.
You just gave me like a Raiders are going to beat the Ravens like last week vibe with this one, man. That's crazy. I feel like if you call this one, you're like some genie going back to back weeks like that.
I would love
Right.
that.
Sure.
That would help
Do
us too.
I want to get the high plus money with Frankie on this one and go crazy? Probably not. Play it safe. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
All right. Hell yeah. It's a smart, safe pick. The next one, we're going to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And Sam Darnold is going to bring his crew of Vikings in to square off against the Packers. This is an absolutely tough call. Sheesh. They're playing with the Jordan Love rumors. I firmly believe Malik Willis will start this game. And I think that's why I'm going to lean. It hurts me to do this. I'm going to lean towards the Vikings and Sam Darnold. I'm going to choose the Vikings. I'm going to go with the harder team, the more complete together team. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm not going to think too hard on these this week. What about you, Dale?
I'm gonna go with Vikings this week only because I've been going against them every single week. Sam Darnold. I've been taking the L against Minnesota every week, and I'm tired of it. So hopefully they keep it up, man, in which they should. I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Oh man. I love how you mentioned that Sam Darnold just keeps proving everybody wrong. The Vikings are 3-0. I honestly thought they'd have been 0-3 at this point. Sam Darnold looks solid. Jefferson's going to go off with anybody that's throwing him the ball. But I have confidence in Green Bay. I don't care if it's Willis. I don't care if it's Love. It is Josh Jacobs is going to have a field day. And the Green Bay Packers, with the pride of Mount Pleasant, Michigan, Matt LaFleur as their head coach, they are going to win 27-24.
Okay. I love it.
You've gone crazy this week. You're off the meds. I'm kidding.
That's so funny. Next game is in Indy. The Indianapolis Colts face the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to go Steelers. I mean, the Steelers find a way to win these type of games when two bad teams face off. The Steelers are always a field goal ahead in the 9-6 games, and I feel like this game has that really low scoring defensive game type of feel, and that's Mike Tomlin's bread and butter. So I'm gonna roll with that. What about you, Frankie?
I mean, kudos to Mike Tomlin. He always does an amazing job. Pittsburgh Steelers are always going to be in the conversation. Justin Fields has done a great job taking care of the ball, running the offense. But I think the Steelers are that squeaky 3-0 team that can lose.
I like that.
But see, the issue is the Indy offense, especially with Indy, Richardson has been hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get. They have the potential to be amazing, but you just haven't seen it yet. But here is my but. This is where, see, I'm just going off on a chain this week. 31-24, Indianapolis.
We don't want to see your butt, Frankie.
Oh shit! Fucking. Shit. Indy has not looked good. I still stand by what I say with Pittsburgh. I do not trust Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. Mike Tomlin, I feel like he's just going to be a career 8-8 coach rest of his tenure. They're due for a loss. I still don't trust them. I feel like Colts are going to get this one. I'm going to go with the Colts.
That makes sense. They definitely are due for a loss. This next game, it's Chicago Bears at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are a better team. I don't care about the roster being worse than the Chicago Bears roster. The Rams, I've watched their game, and I've watched the Chicago games, and the Rams games look like an actual football team is playing. Chicago, I don't know what the hell that is. So I'm going to go with the Rams just because I can't bring myself to pick Chicago. What about you, Frankie?
I mean, exactly what you said. Unless Caleb Williams can show something to bring life to what should be an absolutely dominating offense, I can't take Chicago at all. They're not trustable. And it's just it's unfathomable how the defense always carries Chicago no matter what or no matter who they bring in.
It is crazy.
But definitely going against Chicago though. Can't pick them. Can't pick them. I don't even need to explain anything else.
Yeah. No.
I think the head coach and quarterback, I think they're just not working together. I feel like they just have to can the coach and try somebody else with Caleb next year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against Chicago too. They're gonna take a L on this one.
And to add to what you said, they should have fired the coach before drafting Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like 11-25 or something. He's awful. He should have never been the coach to begin with. But that's a different story. The Buccaneers are at home with Baker Mayfield taking on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. The Eagles are banged up, dude. I'm going Bucks. I went Bucks last time and they absolutely screwed me. I'm going Bucks again. And sorry, Eagles and Eagles fans. I love y'all, but y'all just too banged up for me. I don't like banged up teams. Whoever I didn't say last time.
I think it's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Shit. I don't really feel good about this, but I feel like Eagles bounce back better this week and clean it up a little better. I'm gonna go with Eagles.
I like that.
See, my thing is with Tampa, Mike Evans is questionable. So my kicker is if Mike Evans plays guaranteed, I would be more opposed, to lean to Tampa. But given the questions and the fact that Tampa has looked really good, and then they give you, for example, last week, what the hell? I think Saquon is going to take over again, and Philadelphia is going to win 27-14.
You know what? I really want to change my pick to Philadelphia, but I'm not going to do it for the sake of the podcast. But yeah, I forgot about Saquon Barkley against that defense right now. The Bucs defense is actually pretty good, but Saquon's going to eat. That's for sure. Next game is 49ers. The damn 49ers. And they're in San Francisco or wherever the heck their stadium actually is. And they're going against the Patriots. This is kind of a no-brainer. but this is also a really good upset spot, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not gonna do the upset here because it's just too crazy of one. But I'm gonna pick the 49ers to win at home. Yeah, no, I don't need to explain it. What about you, Frankie?
And I mean, as much as I would like to provide the upset special, I think I used a little bit of those earlier. I just don't see enough, especially with the question, now at quarterback who New England's going to play. I just don't think that they're going to be comfortable playing against the San Francisco defense. Purdy's going to, clean things up. The offense is going to be a lot better. Look for Brandon Ayuk to get 2 touchdowns in this game. And I like San Francisco to roll.
You tell me a potential Ayuk 2 touchdown on a play on FanDuel, huh?
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I feel like I'm bound to pick Patriots sometime this season. I like the coach. Sorry. The defense is pretty good. I have no questions with the defense. It's just what's around Drake Bay, really. I've leaned Patriots a couple times. I actually leaned them against Seattle, but I still chose Seattle, and Seattle still won. I don't feel any lean with Patriots this week because I feel like I just ride Niners too much when I shouldn't as a Cards fan. I don't think it's a lean spot or upset spot here, so I'm gonna go Niners. But Patriots, I will pick you sometime this season. Trust and believe. So,
right, I wanted to pick them so bad, but this just isn't the spot for them.
Yeah.
Next game is going to be the game we love the most. Commanders coming into Arizona. I feel like we've only played home games so far. Wait, the first game was in Buffalo, so that's why.
Say 3 out of the 4 will be at home.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro. I want to go to this game. Either way, this is a game in which I think that the Commanders are going to do what the Cardinals did, have a perfect game and then get smashed the next game. Our defense is going to get to Jaden Daniels. He's not going to look all super magnificent. And the Cardinals are going to win a tough, grinded out game against Cliff Kingsbury just because I know Kyler's a dog and he's going to want to beat Cliff. So I feel like the Cardinals will win this game. It'll be an emotional game and it'll probably be chippy too. What do you think, Dylan?
I wish I had this down. If you guys know on the top of your head, like say while I'm talking, but how many faces on defense? No Cliff King that do we have right now currently that play with Cliff Kingsbury? Besides like Buddha and Jalen Thompson. So it's like it's like, do we have like, I mean, can our defense breed Cliff Kingsbury and Jalen Daniels so far? Huh?
I said Buddha Baker and Dennis Gardeck are probably the only 2 people from that era still left on the defense.
And Jalen Thompson
you could have.
And Jalen Thompson. So the 3. So yeah, 3 that on top of my head. If anybody wants to comment that's listening right now and correct us, let us know. But it's like, can we stop Jaden with his legs, And Kyler's got to match him with his legs. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of QB running in this game. Cardinals, their defense has been playing really good. They have exceeded my expectations by far this season. Agree to disagree. I just wish Kyler can place the ball a little better this game. And better, especially we're in a position if we're trying to win and 2-minute warning and all that without the controversy calls and all that. I'm gonna shoot Madden and Jersey on the line. I did go Cardinals once
today, Junior.
I know. I'm sorry, Cardinals.
Okay, Jesus Christ, took you long enough.
I'm not trying to be biased, bro.
No. You do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Man,
it's more of a me problem than a you problem. The next game is interesting. It's a Kansas City Chiefs. And Mahomes traveled to Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. Oh my God, Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. In Los Angeles. So they're playing in Los Angeles. I gotta take the Chargers. This is an upset spot for the Chiefs. They lose these games. I think last year it was like the Denver Broncos or something. They lose these games when they're on the road sometimes. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here in the upset. What about you, Frankie?
As much as I want to take the Chargers, and by the way, I pick Arizona in the last set, by the way. And I just don't see Justin Herbert's not going to be 100%. I don't care what anybody says. And you just have it like Harbaugh's had them playing hard. The team looks solid, but as much as I would love to, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they're going to do their thing. Worthy. Kansas City's going to win 27-14.
I will be proud to take this L by picking the Chiefs. It's really hard with the rest, bro. I don't care what anybody says about that one. The rest been bailing them out every single week, and it's obvious. So I'm comfortable taking Chiefs every week, and I'm proud taking an L when they do lose. So
shout at Dylan below.
That's good reasoning, bro. I mean, so the refs do save their asses so much. It's crazy. They're the luckiest team. Like, they have luck stats, and they're the luckiest team.
I was going to say, it's funny because you look at their record, they could very well be 1-2 instead of.
Yeah. That's how the teams have always been, though, to be honest. Last offseason, they were the exact same. I mean, last regular season, they were the same exact way. So, next game is in Las Vegas. It's the Raiders versus the Browns. Oh, this is an awful game. Both teams are trash, but I'm going to go with the Browns because they have more pieces that I think that are good, like Amari Cooper, running backs, Foreman. They have a better team. So, I'm gonna go with them over the Raiders at home. What about you, Frankie?
This might as well be the Bongwater Bowl because I don't even know if I want to pick a team, but the Raiders, absolutely no excuses last week to lose to Carolina. As much as I love my call right there, there's no excuse to come flat against a team that had absolutely no identity up to week 3. So I think Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper does their thing. Browns win. And also look for Aiden McConnell to be starting if the Raiders lose this next week.
For sure.
I'm better off just ripping my freaking pen during that game and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Browns.
All right, yeah. I mean, don't need to spend too much time on that one.
Yeah.
This next game, banger. A banger, if there ever was a banger of a game. The Buffalo Bills go to Big Trust to play Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson.
Nice game.
I'm going Lamar. I'm going Lamar. We got the Josh Allen hype is through the roof. The Bills hype is through the roof, and it's warranted, man. It's warranted. They're doing great things. But I think that the Ravens have been letting us down this year. It's time for them to have a real good Ravens game, and I think this will be the one. So I'm going to go with my boy Lamar and King Henry for fantasy purposes. What about you, Dylan?
Which defense is going to contain the opposing QT the best? I feel like Buffalo is going to have a better chance at containing Lamar than Ravens defense containing Josh Allen. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh. As you got, especially you mentioned at the top of the point game, Josh Allen and the Bills absolutely came into this year with people doubting them, giving them little respect. He's just responded by making them easily the best team in the NFL. No matter who he has in his personnel, they've absolutely ran the floor with their opponents. We gave them a good game, but obviously he's a one-man wrecking crew. But, oh, by the way, shout out to DeMar Hamlin for his first career interception. But I like the Ravens with the technically upset pick, but it's really not because Baltimore is accustomed to winning these kind of games all the time. Lamar Jackson and Henry are going to do it on the ground. Nice. It's going to be a 27-24 Ravens.
I think the NFL is going to run 2 Monday night games every week now. Because there's 2 Monday night games once again. And the first one of those Monday night games is the Dolphins at home versus the Titans. This is another one of those games that is just going to be bad. This is going to be bad. This is going to be awful. I can't unless Tua Tagovailoa or whatever his last name is walking through that door. I don't see how the Dolphins can win. I don't see it. So I'm gonna go with the Tennessee Titans just because they don't have Tua, and I don't believe in Skylar Thompson whatsoever. So, Dylan, what do you think?
You know what? I mean, I feel like Tennessee had a good week, but I feel like they won't keep it up last week offensively for a little bit. I feel like it's the week I feel confident with McDaniels. What's the coach's name? It's McDaniels, yeah.
Yeah, yep, Mike.
Yeah, McDaniels and it's Thompson, wherever the backup is. I feel like they'll figure out this week against Tennessee. I'll go with Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. See, I used to have a minimal trust in Skylar Thompson, but after last week, especially with how many toys that he has at his disposal, I just don't have any until he shows me something. I just don't believe in this Dolphins offense. They're going to need to sign somebody or make a trade before the deadline. And the Titans have enough guys on offense. Will Levis is going to hit Ridley. He's going to hit Hopkins if he's got him. There's just too much weapons for this Titans team to not win this game.
Yeah, if the Titans don't win, then Levis ain't the guy. I'm going to be real because the Dolphins, if they can run against their defense, though, the Dolphins might be live. The
I was
Dolphins.
going to say, they're going to have to run Akane and Mostert the entire game. And
I don't even know if Mostert's ready to go, but we picked our picks on that game. Let's get to this last game because I kind of got to get out of here. The last game is Seahawks and Lions, and it's in Detroit. Both of these teams are hot. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to choose Seattle right out the gate. Like as soon as I saw the game, my brain said Seattle, but I can't do it. I absolutely can't choose against the Lions at home. But I feel like DK can really get to this defense though. I'm torn. No Kenneth Walker though. If there's no Kenneth Walker, then I'm not comfortable picking the Seahawks against this caliber of team. So just based on that, I'm gonna go with Detroit Lions at home. Dylan?
I'm gonna make it interesting and go with Seattle. I feel like Geno Smith is actually gonna execute some good passes, and DK is gonna make a difference, and that defense is actually gonna play with some intention this Sunday. Goff is. I feel like Lions fans overhype Goff. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm actually gonna go with Seattle on this one.
Damn, I wanted to go with Seattle so much.
Lo and behold, the guy that lives in Michigan is going to go with the Lions, right? It all makes sense. But if Seattle does want a chance in this game, they're going to have to pick on the rookie defensive backs, and they're going to have to control Aiden Hutchinson just like the game plan for anybody is. But as good as Seattle has been, can't take any away from the way they've played. They are 3-0 for a reason, very well coached, great personnel. DK will have a field day no matter what, I have a feeling. But we saw the Lions, when it comes down to it, they buckle down. They make the big plays. I think Jared Goff has too much weapons, and the Lions have some vengeance in store for the Seahawks for bumping them from the playoffs a couple of years ago. I'm going 31-17 Lions.
Nice.
I'm curious to see where we all are in our standings right now.
Not much sweeps this week.
Find out next week, boys.
Yeah. Well,
I
appreciate you guys. I just want to say that it's been fun doing this, and it's going to be fun in the future when we continue it. And if you guys want to help us out or contribute, please join the group. Like us on social media, Instagram, X, everywhere that we are. We'll have it all in the description for you. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe and interact with us because we're fucking radical, and we wanted to share that with you.
We do respond, guys. So if you guys have something you want to share, we definitely will get back with you, and we appreciate you guys.
100%, man. And we'll definitely be back to normal next week.
Yeah, sorry about that. Had to clip the podcast a little bit.
That was on me. I got money hungry at my work, and I was like, I'll take the shift. And then, like, literally the following night, I'm like, oh, that's podcast night. So, yeah, that's on me. Oh, my bad. I won't do it again on Tuesdays. So,
hey, normal hours resuming next week.
Yep, 100%. I won't do that again. So, my bad, y'all.
Deuces.
Later, guys.
Later.